Chapter 322, The Pit of Immortality. It starts with me, Lainey, Very, Lincoln and Rachel watching TV in the living room. Me, it sure is quiet. Our parents are out and won't be back until next week. Lincoln, that's right. It's rather lonely without your family, isn't it? Me, who said that? Over here. We saw two figures in the shadows. One threw a knife at me and I caught it with my fingers. Roz, you must forgive Yubu JD, he is well trained. Allow me to introduce myself. I am he who is called Roz Al Ghul. Me, the demon's head. I've heard a lot about you, but I thought you were just a legend. Roz, I am quite real. Me, I heard that you lived for over 700 years because of the legendary Lazarus pits that are scattered across the world. Roz, that is correct. Lincoln, that's amazing. You found a source of immortality. Rachel, he sure did. Lincoln. Lainey, that's unbelievable. Roz, yes, but it's only temporary. Coughs violently. Very, are you all right? Roz, keep your distance. I am merely old. Me, I know. It's the age of time catching up to you. You've lived for 700 years and that makes you the longest living man ever known in the history of the world. I'm immortal and invincible myself, and there's no doubt in my mind that I will surpass you in the next 1,000 years. Roz, I have no doubt about that. But that's not the reason why we're here. Do you recognize this? Roz handed me a dagger with a strange blade. Me, it's a Kanjali dagger. It's primarily used by mercenaries in Calcutta, India. And we were there on a global vacation 2 months ago. Roz, that's right. My daughter speaks so highly of you, and the reason why I came here is to offer her hand to you in marriage. Me, this is all very sudden, Roz, and I take it you've heard of my ordinance that I was placed under. Roz, yes. I have. And I understand your circumstances before you decide, and I will accept them. Me, thank you, Roz. Roz, my daughter was kidnapped by the mercenaries. Me, you called the right people, Roz. We'll gladly help you. Lincoln, you can count on us. Roz, right. To India then. Rachel, let's do it. We went to India and found the mercenaries. Me, let Talia go, you butt faces. I kicked the men in the faces and knocked them out. We found Talia tied up and gagged. Me, Talia. I cut the ropes and removed the bandana on her mouth. Me, are you all right? Talia, I am now, thanks to you. Sees a man come up behind me. Look out, JD. I pull out a gun and shoot him in the head and killed him. Me, no more. Lincoln, nice shot, JD. Rachel, you've got good aim, JD. Me, thanks. Roz, well done, JD. Talia, father. They hugged. Roz, glad you're safe, my daughter. But JD, we're not done yet. The detective and his ward are over in the Himalayas in Nepal. Me, Batman and Robin. Roz, yes. Lincoln, we'd better help them. Rachel, we should. Very, our next stop is Nepal. Lainey, then that's where we're going. We went to Nepal. We arrived at a cave in the Himalayan mountains in Nepal, and we saw Robin tied to a chair and Batman was fighting mercenaries. Me, oh no. We assisted Batman and fought the mercenaries. Batman, thanks for helping me, JD. Me, you're welcome, Bruce. Clapping was heard and we saw Roz come out and he had a jackal head mask on. Me, this was all a test, wasn't it? Roz took the head off. Roz, you guessed correctly, JD. And detective, you are as true as you say you are. Batman, I had a feeling it was a test too. The mercenaries were actually working for Roz and they left. Talia came out and she was beautiful. Me, you look amazing, Talia. Talia, thank you, JD. Roz then suddenly was coughing violently again and his breathing was bad. Very, oh man. Talia, father. Batman checked his pulse. Batman, pulse is bad. Me, the decay of time has caught up to him. Talia, we must take him to the Lazarus pit. We then go into a huge cave room and it had a huge pool full of a bubbling aqua green liquid. Me, the Lazarus pit. It's hard to imagine that these are here. These pits were named after Lazarus, the man who Jesus Christ our Lord and Savior resurrected through the power of God and is also his best friend. Lincoln, this is incredible. Lainey, it sure is. I had no idea these pits even existed. Rachel, me neither. Yubu, nobody but us and Master Roz know about their existence. Robin knew what they were gonna do. Robin, you want us to put him in that? You're crazy. Talia, no. I know it is difficult to believe, but the pit has kept him alive. What has kept him alive for 600 years? Me, it's true, Dick. I've read a lot about the Lazarus pits and they have powerful revitalizing chemicals that can bring the dead back to life. Roz lived for 700 years because of it. Batman, we have no choice. He stopped breathing. We lowered Roz down into the pit and he was submerged into the liquid. Robin, we've killed him. Talia, no. All is well. Then a vortex of the liquid appeared and Roz was lifted out onto the ledge, fully restored, stronger and young and totally revitalized. Me, unbelievable. The legend is all true. Lainey, it sure is. Rachel, it's incredible. Roz then started laughing like a homicidal madman. Lainey, why is he laughing like that? Roz then picked up Talia and was going to throw her into the pit. Yubu, we must stop him. The chemicals can revive the dying but will kill a healthy person. Me, I believe it. I form a whip of lightning and grabbed his arms and Talia went flying into the air. I spread my wings and catch her. Me, are you alright, Talia? Talia, yes JD, thanks to you. Let me help him. Talia walked up to Roz and slapped him and he returned to his senses. Roz, thank you, daughter. And thank you, JD, for saving my daughter's life. Me, you're welcome, Roz. You look incredible. The chemicals in the Lazarus pit are everything I've read about. Talia, yes. It gives physical rejuvenation, but the stress of the transformation leaves one temporarily insane. Me, whoa. That's a nasty side effect. Roz, yes. But I have other plans later on. I sensed what he was gonna do and the cave started collapsing. Me, let's get out of here. We teleport and Talia was with us. We went to a hotel owned by Bruce when we heard the name of something called Orpheus. Bruce used a computer to look it up. Batman, Orpheus from Greek mythology. He descended into the netherworld to bring his beloved back from the dead. Me, I remember that. And me, Lincoln and Linka were there and met him. Batman, yeah. But according to the database, it's also the name of a privately owned satellite launched into synchronous orbit over a year ago. Robin, coincidence? Batman, yeah. Right. Lainey, who would use a satellite like that? Talia, we don't know. Robin, what's it orbiting over? It showed that the satellite was orbiting over Central Africa. Batman, what else? A desert. The Sahara Desert, and the coordinates must be the location for Ras Al Ghul's desert stronghold. Me, looks like we're heading to Niger. We arrived in the desert of Niger. There was Ras Desert stronghold. We infiltrated it and went in, but the men captured us and brought us before Ras. Me, Ras, what is it that you plan on doing? Ras, I'll show you. Yubu, Batman's mask master? Ras, no, leave it. It is a mark of honor. Ras pushed a button and a chamber opened, and in it was a Lazarus pit. Ras, the material of the pit is an unknown chemical stew that bubbles to the Earth's surface only in certain key places. A bomb was being placed over the pit. Even now my people are placing bombs such as that one over the various Lazarus pits around the world. These bombs are electronically linked to a private satellite already up in Earth orbit. Batman, Orpheus, Roz, precisely. And at the moment when Sun and Moon are in proper alignment to cause the greatest upheaval in Earth's geomagnetic field, I shall send a signal to that satellite beginning a countdown. 5 minutes thereafter one bomb will be lowered deep into the heart of each pit. The satellite will in turn relay a microwave signal that will detonate all the bombs simultaneously. The multiple explosions will result in a global chain reaction. All the Lazarus pits throughout the world will overflow. The globe will be saturated with their chemical solution. And when the resultant cataclysm has abated, there will come a blessed peace and this poor, defiled planet shall find itself restored to its former pristine glory. Me, that's insane. Batman, but that will cost countless lives. Roz, actually detective, we have counted. 5,547,912,452. A most impressive plan, would you not agree? Me, that will result in 75% of the entire planet's population being erased. Lainey, you're out of your mind. Talia, I can't believe that this is what you're trying to do, father. Rachel, we won't let you do this, Roz. Later they put us in a jail cell. I had a hidden lockpick in my mouth and picked my cuffs. I grabbed the guards, knocked them out and took the keys and got us out. As Roz got the sequence ready, I grabbed a guard and knocked him out and saw a storage room full of ammo. I take some grenades and pull a pin on one and threw it in. We ran and an explosion blew it apart. Kaboom! Missiles flew out and blew everything in the stronghold apart and set it on fire. Yubu, master. Roz saw us blow the satellite control board apart and we stopped his plans. Roz, destroy them. Yubu came in, I kicked him in the face and knocked him out. Lainey used her plant powers and tied up all of his men. Lincoln used lightning to knock them out. Roz, perhaps it is time, JD, that you and I finally finish this. Me, I have a feeling I know what you want, Roz. This will be a clash between two immortal beings. One that's lived for 700 years like you and one that's lived for 15. Roz, a very interesting battle. We both unsheathed our swords. Me, let's dance. We engaged in a powerful sword fight. Sparks were flying with our clash. Talia was watching our fight and it was getting intense. Suddenly a rainbow curtain of the Aurora Borealis appeared out of nowhere and it was a magnificent sight to behold. Lincoln, what's the Aurora doing down here in Niger? Lainey, I don't know, but it's beautiful. Rachel, it sure is. Very, it's just as beautiful as I remember. Back in Michigan, Lisa, Nicole, Jessie B, and Beatrice are working on weather experiments in Lisa's lab when the alarms went off. They went to the computer. Nicole, there's a weather disturbance in Africa. The Aurora Borealis has extended all the way down to southern Niger. Lisa, that is rather very peculiar. Beatrice, it certainly is. Jessie B, what do you think is causing it? Nicole, I don't know. But this is unusual. There's no evidence of solar flare activity that hit Earth over the last 24 to 72 hours. So this must be an elemental choosing. Lisa, that could very well be. We've seen people get powers because of weather disturbances of different kinds. Jessie B, yeah. But who is it? Nicole, we don't know, Jessie. But we'll find out later. Back in Niger, the Aurora became a phoenix and flew down to Talia. When it hit her, it enveloped her in a tornado of aurora light and phoenixes of rainbow light were flying around it. Lainey, we have an elemental choosing in progress. Roz saw what was happening as we clashed. Roz, what's happening to my daughter? Me, something that gave all my friends their powers. We resumed our clash. When the tornado faded, Talia had angel wings that had feathers glowing with rainbow light and the Aurora Borealis was shimmering in the feathers. Her sclera were glowing with rainbow curtains. Talia, what happened? Lainey, you went through an elemental choosing, Talia. It's how we got our powers in my family. Lincoln, it's true. Rachel, that's what really astounds me. Lincoln, very, it's a big deal. Talia, I wonder what I can do. Talia held out her hand and she fired a rainbow ray and it blew apart the wall of the stronghold with incredible power. Crab boom. Lainey, whoa. What power? Lincoln, that was awesome. Rachel, it sure was. Lincoln. Talia, I have light powers. Lincoln, my sister Luan has light powers and I'm sure she would be happy to teach you how to use them. Talia, thanks. Lincoln. The clash between me and Roz raged on and I was proving to be better than him, and then he slipped and was holding on as his sword was embedded in the wall of the Lazarus pit. Roz, victory is yours. JD. Perhaps it is time I am finally one with the planet I so love. Roz let go of the sword and just as he was about to fall into the pit I used my powers and lifted him out. Me? No, Roz. I'm not gonna let you die like this. I have a better place for you to enjoy the beauty of Earth. At the Moon Supermax prison I was talking to Roz from outside his cell as he was looking out of his cell window and he was admiring the splendor of Earth from the moon. Me? I know it's not much, Roz. But the Earth looks beautiful from here, doesn't it? Roz, it certainly does. JD. I can't believe how beautiful it looks from here. Me? Yet. I know you know about the 1969 landing on the moon with Apollo 11. Roz, yes. It was a glorious sight to behold when I witnessed it. Me? Yet. But perhaps your time in here will give you a chance to reflect on everything you've done. I know your actions were trying to help the planet, but using violence to do so is never the answer. Roz, you are right. JD. Living with immortality has been a curse for me. I always witnessed my people dying around me while I would live. Me, immortality doesn't just give you eternal life, it's also a terrible curse. You will always live forever, but you will always remain alone. It's an eternity where there's nothing but you and you only. I was given immortality and I know that I will live forever, but there's one thing that I know that many people with it don't. Roz, and what is that? Me, even though everyone you knew died over the course of the centuries, they will always be with you in your heart and in spirit as long as you remember everything they've taught you, and you'll never be apart from them. They'll always be with you no matter what. Roz began to realize that I was right and how he was blinded by his goals and emotions. Roz, thank you. JD. I won't ever forget that. Me, good. But you now have true immortality. It will be with you forever. But it's never too late for you to redeem yourself. You can use your skills and genius to help people and share your experiences with everything you've learned and seen over the course of 700 years with people that don't know these things better than you do. Roz, that's true. Thank you. JD. Me, I got to go now. Be safe. Roz, will do. I start to walk away. Roz, and JD. I look at him, take care of my daughter. Me, I will. Roz. You have my word of honor. I leave and Roz went back to admiring the planet from his cell. Back on Earth I went into the living room and Talia was with me, and so was everyone. I was looking up how Talia got her powers in my book. I made an unusual discovery. Me, here it is. Talia was given her light powers by the Aurora Phoenix of Artemis, the goddess of light in Greek myth. Once every 700 years, Artemis creates an aurora borealis over an isolated area, and anyone that has a righteous love for the planet they love but never to harm it will be chosen. They are given rainbow angel wings, cosmic light powers, the ability to talk to birds, animals, and the fish in the sea, and even breathe underwater and in space. Talia, this is amazing. I had no idea such powers were even possible. Lisa, we noticed the aurora over Niger and it was part of the elemental choosing. Nicole, that's right. Rachel, this is all really interesting. Very, that's incredible. Luan, I got my light powers when I separated from my dark self that was causing all those April Fool's rampages. I was given light powers by the sun goddess in Celtic myth, Sulis. Talia, that's amazing. Luan. Me, yet. You might say that it's all an enlightening experience. Rimshot. We all laugh. Rachel laughs. That was funny. Luan laughs. Good one, JD. Eddie laughs. Funny. Lynn Sr. laughs. Good one. Lainey, that was funny. Talia, I'm sorry about Roz. I know he was trying to help the planet, but it was for the wrong ideals. Talia, yes. I know, Lainey. I have a lot to learn now that I got powers like most of you. Luan, I'd be happy to teach you, Talia. Talia, thanks, Luan. Me, yet. But we've learned so much about Roz and confirmed everything in the legends. The Lazarus pits are real and they have amazing properties that can help people. Lori, that is literally the most incredible thing we've ever heard. Lisa, it is all interesting. Lenny, totes. Me, I agree. But the Lazarus pits are much too dangerous for us to use. We have to make sure that they can never be used again. Lisa, and we shall. Later we had dinner and got ready for bed. The end. Another fanfiction complete. This came to me out of the blue when I finished my previous chapter. Ra's al Ghul is one of my favorite villains in Batman and he was awesome. Ra's lived for 700 years and witnessed events all over history that no one can imagine. But everything about immortality is true. It's both a blessing and a curse. David Warner did a fantastic job voicing Ra's and many bad guys in animation. Let me know what you all think. See you all next time.